So recently I have made videos on New Year greetings, digital slideshows, and even a free mini typography course. But one thing that was missing is an advanced digital glitch title animation. And that is exactly what we will be creating today. It's going to be a super fun tutorial covering a lot of different techniques and tips. So make sure to stick around till the end and do comment and leave a like if you learned something new today. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into After Effects and get started. Now before we start today's video, I just want to quickly tell you guys about my very own Gaze graphics pack. Link is in the description. The pack now comes with AtomX extension and over 4500 plus ready to use animations, saving you a lot of time. Using the pack is super easy. Open your project composition, browse the animation that you like using the AtomX extension and just click on apply. Boom, you are good to go. You can even use the customizer inside the extension to edit your animations. And as you can see, it only takes a few seconds. Gaze graphics pack comes equipped with 22 different categories, which include 230 plus slideshows and typography animations, 400 plus transitions, 650 plus titles and lower thirds, 60 plus logo animations, animated devices, infographics, color filters, social media animations, shape elements, text and animation presets, sound effects, and a lot more. So grab your copy today of the Gaze Graphics Pack version 5 powered by AtomX extension. Alright guys, so here we are in After Effects. Let's start by creating a new composition. Let's go with 1920 into 1080, 30 fps and 8 seconds long comp duration. Let's call this render as our main render comp. Press OK. Then create another new comp. This is going to be our title placeholder. So let's call this title. Press OK. Then select the text tool and type in whatever text that you want. I'm going to type in evolution. For the font, I'll use the tactic bold. You are free to use whichever font that you like. Alright, so something like this looks pretty nice. Let's bring down the size a little bit like so and align this into the center. Now here I have two different elements. First is the video texture that we want to use to create a revealing animation, and you can download this free project file with all the assets. Link is in the description. To animate the video texture or to create an in and out animation for this video texture, we will need to create a new composition. Let's call this mask and press OK. Drag the video texture and we can hide it. Then press Ctrl Y to create a new solid. We can call this mask and press OK. Put this below the video texture, go into effects and presets and search for an effect called CC image wipe. Double click to apply that. Now let's go into the gradient, and in the layer I will select the video texture, and now we can animate the completion in order to create an in and out reveal like so. So let's set this to 100% for now. Create a keyframe, go to 2 seconds and 15 frames and set this to 0. Then I can press U to select the keyframes, select them, press F9 to ease those keyframes. Go into the graph editor, right click and select edit speed graph. Select this point and holding shift, I'll drag it like so. So now we have something like this. Pretty nice and simple. So let's create a new composition. Let's call this FX and press OK. Drag the mask composition like so. Press Ctrl D to duplicate it, and on the top layer I will add a mosaic effect. So go into effects and presets, search for mosaic, double click to apply this. Let's increase the vertical blocks to 300 and turn on sharp colors. All right, and then change the track matte of the second one to alpha inverted. Now, if you don't see this track matte option, you can simply click on this toggle switch button and that should make it visible. And then I'll just move this top layer maybe 5 frames forward in time in order to displace it. So now we have this really interesting look, as you can see. It adds another layer of detail into our effects. Now let's go ahead and create the last element, that is the most essential one that is going to help us bring out the complete glitch effect. So to create that, I'm going to create a new composition, call this element and press OK. Then I'm going to go back into effects, copy these two composition, press Ctrl C to copy it and paste it here. Press Ctrl V, select the first one and set the vertical blocks to 50 and the horizontal blocks to 50 as well. Select the second one, go into effects and presets and add an effect called Venetial blinds. Let's increase the completion to 50% and bring down the width to 5. So we have this nice look, as you can see, which makes it look a bit more high-tech and glitchy, and this is looking really cool. Now let's double click right here to create a rectangle tool. Make sure the fill is black. Let's rename this to mask. Change the blending mode of this to stencil luma and then select the rectangle tool again, but this time make sure you select the tool that creates mask. So click on that and let's create a shape or a mask like so. Then go into effects and presets and search for an effect called fractal noise. Double click to apply that. Set the fractal type to strings and the noise type to blocks. Let's bring down the brightness to around -50 and then go into transform, unlink this, increase the scale width to around 200 should be good, and bring down the scale height to around 20. Let's also increase the complexity to around 12 and let's animate the evolution. So I'm gonna use a very simple expression to animate this. Hold Alt, click on stopwatch of the evolution and type in time times, let's go with 5. So now we have something like this, which looks really nice and glitchy. Now I'll select the mask, hit F and let's feather this out a little bit like so. So around, let's go with something like 200 and then go into mask expansion and bring this down like so. So we don't get any hard edges and this is looking quite nice. Now we can start building up our scene. So let's create a new composition. Let's call this scene. Press OK. Alright, so now let's start by adding the title composition into our scene comp. And now to reveal this, I will add the mask that we previously created on top and change this track matte of the title comp to alpha matte, and this is going to help us to get this nice revealing effect. Now the evolution text, I think I'll go with a much more thinner font or the thinner weight of the tactic font. So I'll go with that. Yep, I think this is the look I want to go with, and let's see. Yep, that is looking really cool. Now let's add the effects composition on top of this and convert them into an adjustment layer by clicking on this button and then go into effects and presets and search for an effect called mosaic. Double click to apply that. Let's increase the horizontal and vertical blocks by 250 and turn on sharp colors. Then go into effects and presets again, search for transform effect. Double click to apply that. And let's increase the scale height. First of all, let's unlink this and let's change this to 150 and this one to 200. So this adds another level of detail. As you can see, I think 200 is a bit too much, so let's keep it around there. All right, that is looking quite nice. Press Ctrl D to duplicate it and delete the transform effect from here. Let's bring down the horizontal blocks to 25. And finally, I will add the element that we created on top and select the rectangle tool and let's create some mask like so. So now when we preview this, we have this high detail glitchy text reveal. All right, now let's start building up our final scene. So in the main render composition, first of all, let's create a background. So press Ctrl Y to create a new solid, call this BG for background. Let's set this to black for now. And then go into assets, and here I have a background element which I'm going to add right here, and then turn this into a 3D layer. Right click and create a new camera. Let's go with 35 mil, press OK, and let's animate the camera. So select it, press P to bring down the position, make sure the time indicator is at the very start, and let's set the Z position to 5. Create a keyframe, go to 3 seconds and set this to 12,000. So now we have something like this. All right. Now select the background element, press P to bring down the position, and let's adjust the position of this. Now I can also switch to top view, and we can see how our camera is animating out. So I'll select this, press Ctrl D to duplicate it, and press P and bring this closer to the camera like so. Maybe let's go with something like 2000. Press Ctrl D again, press P to bring down the position, and this time I'm going to move this to around 6000. Press Ctrl D again, press P, and let's go with something like around 8000. Now I'm just adding these numbers to get an idea about the spacing. All right, so this is our spacing for now. Now let's add the element that we created, and let's turn this into a 3D layer. I'm going to place the element, press P and place it maybe somewhere around here. Press Ctrl D, press P, and let's push this back to something like, let's go with somewhere around maybe here. Press Ctrl D again, press P and push this back again, and one more time, press Ctrl D and push this back. Now let's go back to our active camera and see what we have here. Also make sure you select all the background layer that we created and toggle switch and change the blending mode of this to screen because this is a footage. All right, now let's see. Yep, that is looking good. Now I would need to probably push this back a little bit like so. Okay, and finally let's duplicate the background element one more time. Press P and bring this closer to the camera. Now what we have to do is, first of all, let's select all the background elements and press R to bring up the rotation tool, and then select every other layer and let's rotate it by 180 degrees. This will add some randomness, and the same thing I'm going to do with the elements. I'll select these two, press R and rotate them by 180 degrees. So there we go, looking very nice. I think I should add another element here. Press Ctrl D and press P. Let's add maybe somewhere around here. And also one more thing that we have to do in the element section, we need to displace them by a few frames. So we have this really nice look, as you can see. All right, and the most important thing is select everything, turn on the motion blur, and this is going to make things look a bit more realistic. And there we go, looking super cool. Now let's select the camera keyframe, press F9 to ease them, go into the graph and let's drag this to the left like so. So we have a much more smoother animation, as you can see. Pretty nice. Now right here, I think the frame is a bit too empty. So I'll select this one and press P, bring this closer like so. And right here, I'll select this, press P and adjust this so that the frame doesn't look quite empty, you know. And then I'm going to select the scene composition, drag it on the top. Let's move this right here, turn this into a 3D layer, And let's move this closer to the camera and press S, unlink this and set this to -100. That should flip it. And there we go. And right here I want this to start animating. Pretty cool, I think. Let's preview this. Yep, I think this is looking very nice. Now let's add a little bit of wiggle to the camera. So select it, press P to bring down the position, hold Alt and click on the stopwatch and type in wiggle, open and close parentheses. Let's go with 1.5, comma 10. So it adds a little bit of handheld movement to it, which looks very nice. And also let's add a rotation. So select it, press R to rotate it, create a keyframe, go all the way right here, drag it actually, and go at the very start almost. And let's rotate it a little bit, like maybe so, around 25 degrees. Let's go right here, select it, F9, go into the graph and drag it like so. So now we have a little bit of rotating animation, which looks very nice, I think. As you can see, pretty cool. Now let's go ahead and finally add some color to this. So first of all, let's select the background, go into effects and presets and search for gradient ramp. Double click to apply this. Let's switch this to radial ramp, swap colors, and for this one I'll go with a nice darker green. And for the scene I will add a tint effect and add the color that I want, just to make it look a bit more futuristic and sci-fi. And then select this tint, press Ctrl C, and I'll add on every other element here. Ctrl V, and same with the background. Ctrl V. So now we have something like this, a combination of white and green tone. And finally, let's add some glow to this, just to enhance it, like so. And let's switch to 16-bit. So hold Alt and click on this button, and that should do the job. Alrighty, right, that's looking nice. Now let's create a new adjustment layer. Call this glow and place this below the scene. And then again add some nice glow to this. Press Ctrl D to duplicate the glow, and let's increase the intensity. And there we go. Looking quite nice, I think. So now if I preview this, here we have our high-tech advanced glitchy text animation or title animation inside of After Effects using some very interesting techniques. So that is a wrap for today, guys. If you want to check out some more advanced title animation tutorial, then make sure to click on this end screen right now and watch the complete playlist. With that said, I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care and always stay raw, stay creative. Peace out.